Hi everybody, Sandy Day here with Beyond School Bells. Today we're going to talk about a curriculum related to Arbor Day. We wrote this specifically for the celebration of Arbor Day that comes annually in April. This Tree-a-thon unit, it has two versions, if you will. One was written with the idea of possibly having a family night sort of environment to do this in, because one of the most important parts of the tree unit is the care of it. And we thought if we invested parents, grandparents, whoever, neighbors, in this family night, that we could take care of our new trees as a community. So the three-part unit is, why are trees so important? That's the first hour, if you will. And kids end up making a wall mural, which is really kind of cool. And they can post that in the cafeteria, wherever the principal says is cool. And then hour two is how to plant a bare root tree. And there's images in a short video, again, like we always do, and images to show, how far down the roots need to go and how they need to kind of lay over a mound of dirt within that hole, sort of propping the tree up on it. And then the last part, the last hour, is how to care for your tree in the community. Now, that being said, that three-hour family night, or however you want to look at it, or a 3-day club, I guess you could do it that way, is also contained in the full 7-topic 22 lesson, but there's all kinds of other detail that go into it. And if you opt for the 7-topic 22 lesson Tree-a-thon club, I mean, in my opinion, your April is kind of, you're all good, because you would end it then with the tree planting and then that care unit. Okay, well, let me share my screen and we'll go take a look at this stuff. It's a technical term. Again, right now, what you're doing is you're looking at my drive, and I'm not exactly certain how you want your content to be delivered to you. Should you choose the Tree-a-thon unit, I can send it to you in a PDF. I can share my drive, and then you'd have not just Tree-a-thon, but you'd have access to all this wonderful stuff. But I know some people don't like that. But I could also put it on a thumb drive if you'd prefer to have it that way. You just need to let us know. We'll be reaching out in email if we haven't already reached you to get your druthers on how you'd like to get this content. Okay, so Tree-a-thon, let's get to the T's, Sandy Day. There we go. Okay, so like I said, there's the 3-lesson unit. And again, I sort of envisioned a family night because I really wanted to loop in those parents and other important adults, because I mean, honestly, trees are all of our responsibility. They take care of us. We need to take care of them as a community. But anyway, here's the, and this was once a virtual backpack, so it's in this PDF format. Little overview here. Good job. A couple notes to the site director. Obviously, even if you're just going to do the 3-hour piece, you do need to get a hold of your local partners to help with the free trees. And yeah, I would do that ASAP. You could even do it like now, just to get on their list that you're interested in being part of a tree planting this spring, your school and your community. Okay, so there are 3 lessons, and then I also built in some flashcards, which were, just kind of something different. But anyway, again, oh, and of course, all the state standards and national standards that go along with that. Why trees? Again, why do I care about them? Why should I care about them? Short video about children can make a world of difference, which we all know that they can. So we're going to start with what they know about trees, what they've observed about trees, and then go into that video. And then they're basically going to create a tree, or in this particular case, a forest mural. It kind of depends again on how much time you have. You could even take lesson 1 and do it more than, really deep dive into what's the biodiversity in a forest, and what are the kinds of animals and insects and things that you would see there. Kids could draw them and then tape them onto the mural. I really like this idea. And then here's the planting the tree. lesson, and then the short video on how to plant a bare root tree. And I have some images here, here we go, that show you how to do that. And we talked about, oh, and also this particular unit or lesson, you need to be soaking your roots for, I think it says 3 hours in here. Yeah. 3 hours before the planting. So that takes just a little bit of a prep. But basically, it would be helpful if kids, especially littles, worked in pairs or teams to do all these components, because you really want to spread the bare roots out. So you've dug a hole and you put like you make a mound of dirt in the middle, but it's not going to be to the top of the hole, the rim, right? And you'll notice on this picture right here, they're measuring whether or not it's deep enough by laying the shovel across the ground, the grade, to see where it's at. And anyway, making certain that that the dirt is in and around each major component of the root. Here's some more tips. And then caring for trees. I just love this video, and you're going to love it too. So it's the ABCs of tree pruning. And I have to tell you, I learned so much stuff. I'm kind of a tree nerd. I love trees. But I did learn that I'd been pruning my trees wrong for the longest time. And here is the bad, and here's the good of all that, the good, bad, and the ugly, so to speak. Okay, and then here's that list of flashcards. Okay, cool. So that is the three lesson unit, if you will. And again, all 3 of those lessons are built into the big piece, the 7 topic, 22 lesson piece. So we're not going to go over those, but I do want to show you a couple of the sort of enrichment pieces that are just really awesome. One of my favorites is, thanks, Kent. I appreciate that. We all like a little bit of comic relief. So one of the pieces that I like in particular is the second topic is about how trees actually work. Like, and you probably know this, they actually have a circulatory system like we do. And the words are real technical. So if I were you and I suggested this in there, just go ahead and like make it a different name, because it's not important. They need to see the name, understand what it is, but they could call it a bee, because this word starts with a B and it's extremely long. But that particular nutrient needs to go in a certain motion up and down, up and hand off to another nutrient that gets that particular piece of food to the top of the tree, and then oxygen comes down the other side, and then another piece goes up to water the tree. It's just really brilliant. So, I mean, Mother Nature, come on. So we developed a relay game. Oh, your kids are gonna love this, and so will you. Okay, and then there's always the famous let's plant our socks. I know that this is probably gonna look ugly. Oh, it's not too bad. You've probably seen this lesson. We did this in another component earlier in the array of content, but basically we need to make sure that moms and dads are okay with us planting a pair of old socks. Find a pair of old socks, basically, and then they put their socks on and they go outside and they walk around, let's say under trees, under flowers that are blooming, under shrubs, just in the grass. Then they literally plant them, and after 10, 20, 30, and 40 days, they're going to have a little forest of, you know, weeds, but other things are going to be in there. And it gives kids the sense, which is what I love about this, that there are things going on in nature that they don't even know about. So to just be more mindful, it's like that circulatory game that they'll be doing this relay race that simulates handing off nutrients and nourishing a tree. Just awesome. Okay, so there's just several, like I said, several of them in here. There's a piece in here about what all lives in a tree, what insects might you find there that are healthy, what pests might you find there, and they learn a lot about the emerald ash borer. And then, of course, as you would expect, like I indicated, from the 3-component unit, the tree planting comes towards the end, and then the tree care is the final piece. And again, if you choose to do the 7-topic one, you could have the tree planting be during a family night, and kids could show off all that they've learned about trees and the importance of trees. They could definitely talk through their tree mural that they built at the beginning of the unit. And then, you know, Also, I think, yes, absolutely. On the 7-topic one, the last how to care for a tree, there's a link to the Arbor Day website that had how to care for trees 365 days a year. I mean, literally, there are things you can do every single day to make sure that your tree is healthy, happy, and living a wonderful life. Did you know that trees do not die of old age? I did not know this. I mean, probably on some level I knew it, but it didn't dawn on me. Oh yeah, why do they die? Well, we cut them down. They get infected with something and we don't treat them. Yeah, so I mean, just adults, you're going to learn as much as the kids in this unit. This is one of my favorite units. Anyway, moving on. This unit, as with all the other units, are free to use. Please do us the one favor at the end, if you would complete the survey that lets us know how it went and how we can improve the content going forward. I can't tell you how much that means to us to be able to modify something to make it even better than, than we thought it could be. But your boots on the ground input really it's the icing on the cake, is in my opinion. It lets us know if we've got something right for you or if we need to change it. So, okay, that's all I have for you today. Everybody stay good, stay healthy, check on each other. Remember, I learned something this morning on John Tesh. Did you know that the things you like to do in your spare time, your hobbies, thank you, brain. Your hobbies are as important to you as your obligations, and in fact, maybe even more, particularly now during this time of COVID. And he's saying that if we don't spend enough time with the things we love to do, it's actually an internal stressor that makes all the other things that we're obligated to do even harder on us. I would suggest, remember one of your hobbies. One of the things I love to do is walk my dogs. Been doing that every day. Sometimes it's boring, but whatever. I like to read. You should read. I like to play cards. I play solitaire. It's fun. You should do your hobbies. Make sure you make some time for your hobbies. Promise me that you will. Ready? I promise. Okay, good. All right. You guys take care. See you later.